It was definitely worth the ride to the orchard.
It was worth the trip to the orchard.
Totally worth the trip to the orchard.
It was worth a ride to the orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
Worth the ride to the orchard.
non-league matchup. And right now we're going to pause for the singing of our national anthem. There was the playing of our national anthem, and tonight's game is brought to you by Long Energy of Ravena. Long Energy of Ravena, where service counts, and we're broadcasting live tonight from the Long Energy Broadcast Center. Also, Orchard Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Rub and Butts Barbecue, located in East Side Village of Cobleskill, and Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in our community. And I'm Keith Harrington, Jim Latter joining me once again. Oh, good to be back. Great to be together again. And Ravena coming in with a record of 7-5, Greenville with a record of 7-4, a non-league game, but should be a really good matchup.
Absolutely. These guys have faced each other in the CYO ranks over the years, and some of them have played on the same AAU team, so they know each other well.
Yeah, when I walked in, as a matter of fact, as I was telling you, some of them were out in the lobby hanging out, having a little conversation, probably talking about the AAU days and how their season's going. So that makes it a little bit even more fun.
Absolutely. It adds a little bit of spice to it.
This Greenville team comes in here red hot. As I mentioned, they are 7-4, but they were 2-4. They come in here on a 5-game winning streak. It's that time of year right now, I think, when you want to be playing your best ball.
Heading into the sectionals, you want to see what you have and be prepared for those people in your class.
Once you get down past that 10-game point, which both these teams are, Greenville's played 11, RCS has played 12. You're at that point where it's time to start looking ahead to postseason play and seedings and playing your best basketball.
And now the starting lineup for RCS Ravens.
Here's the starting lineup getting ready to be announced here for the Ravens.
At center, junior ranked 00 is Liam Borsak.
Liam Borsak, number 00.
Junior ranked number 2 is
Joe Tuzin, number 2 for the Ravens.
And our senior ranked number 4 is
Teray Green. A little mix up in the order there, I guess.
And for the senior ranked number 5, how about Austin Burns?
Austin Burns, number 5.
Getting a start tonight.
And for the senior ranked number 12 is Cody Reveley.
And number 12, Cody Reveley. Teddy Reveley is the head coach for the Ravens, and Taj Russell for the Spartans of Greenville. And we are set to get underway. Patrick Ward is our producer and cameraman, and we went from the frozen tundra to the frozen tundra, really.
It's not balmy down here.
Coming down south here wasn't any warmer, but the point I was getting ready to make is when Patrick and I left, we were driving in whiteout conditions up north, and then got down here, and it was just your normal average cold winter day.
You said it. I'm not looking forward to the negative 13 degrees.
Oh, no. So we're ready to get underway here with our opening tip-off at RCS. Teray Green jumping it up against Isaac McEnany, and it's controlled by the Ravens. Reveley gets it on the baseline for Burns. Up top for Tuzin. Kicks it out for Reveille. Drives, puts it up too strong off the back iron. Green, the rebound, wanted to go to Borsak, and the block shot there as Burns tried to get the shot up.
Looks like Greenville's coming out in man-to-man. That'll be nice to see after a couple games facing zone.
Spartans trying to get into their offense here against the man-to-man. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be put in play here by, looks like number 0, Christopher Hughes, if I'm reading his number correctly. Tough to read those numbers on the black jerseys on the burgundy there.
So many of these uniforms now are about how they look versus ease of seeing the number.
Baseline jumper by Lucas Russell, no good. Here's Tuzin. Tuzin has it stripped away by Baker. Spin move in the lane, blocked by Green as it was Jacob Rolfe with the spin move. And we're still 2-0, just over a minute in here.
It's been a focus for the Ravens, trying to cut down on turnovers. They've had 20 plus in most of their losses this year, and taking care of the ball will be key tonight.
Here's Joseph Tuzin, goes inside for Green. They double down on him, and the officials looking at each other. They're going to say that was deflected, and it's going to be RCS ball. Not sure that was deflected, but that is... I
don't know if they're going to huddle up or...
Yeah, thought they might get together.
Yeah.
So it's going to stay Ravens basketball. Cody Reveille is going to put it in play here for RCS. Gets it in for Tuzin. Tuzin's going to set the offense. He's picked up by Hughes defensively. They get it inside for Reveille, out to Green at the top of the key. Green has it stripped away. Shot clock violation. Great job defensively by Greenville.
And very active with their hands, not letting the ball get down in the post where the Ravens want it.
This is a Greenville team that we talked about earlier, very strong in soccer, and they've had their share of success on the hardwood as well. Here's McEnany. McEnany looks to go to work on Borsak. It's going to be stolen away by Green.
Trey's so long with his hands, he tips those balls away with ease.
0-0 on the clock on the scoreboard. 2 minutes in.
Defensive battle.
Defensive battle. I thought that was a bucket.
No, he threw it out of bounds.
Oh, so 0-0, and we're over 2 minutes in now. On the baseline, going to work, pulling up is Ralph. Shot up, no good. McEnany battles for the boards, but coming down with it was Teray Green. Here comes Tuzin. Tuzin wanted to lob it inside for Borsak, but it was picked off to the bucket, up, and still no points in this game.
There must be a lid on these rims.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to a Syracuse basketball game, but they stand and clap until the first points are scored. People will be getting tired right about now.
That's right. The Dome Ranger, do they still have the Dome Ranger? He'd still be doing some laps up and down.
Exhausted.
Down court, Reveille, the layup up and good, and the lid has been broken. 2.5 in.
Fast-paced game, up and down.
Here's Ralph, gets it over, baseline jumper on the way for a 3, and it's good.
Not sure if either team can keep this pace up. We'll have to see what happens.
The Spartans are on the scoreboard after the bucket from Morrison. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by McEnany. McEnany kicks it out. Jumper from the baseline is no good. And it's quickly stolen away here by
very
Hughes.
active. Every pass, every rebound, they're looking to pressure.
And they're a confident team right now coming in here having won 5 in a row. Baseline jumper, good!
Maybe a step up in class, but Greenville definitely not showing any fear whatsoever, ready to take it to the Ravens.
So Morrison liked the right side of the court, now he likes the left side of the court, and it's 6-2 Greenville. Coming up to the midway point of this opening quarter. Here's Tuzin. Tuzin gets it to Green. Green wanted to go inside. McEnany got the hands on it and disrupted, and it's another turnover.
A lot of tall, long-arm kids here, and right now they're not making the right adjustments on passes.
Baseline jumper again. And came up off the top of the backboard. Still in play. Evidently,
it didn't touch that pole.
Yeah, it didn't touch that pole. And didn't go back over the backboard. At the other end, Green. Reverse layup.
Pretty move. Using the rim as a blocker.
6-4 ball game in favor of the Spartans of Greenville. McEnany tries to split two defenders.
That'll allow RCS to sub and try a different package here.
Mason Cartner's going to check in. No, he's not. The official's going to tell him he cannot. Same with JT Foy. Well, actually, it looks like
they're not shooting, so I'm not really sure what's going on here.
No. Maybe because their shirts weren't tucked in. Just a thought. Wow. Foy was able to go on. Cartner was not. And I see Mason down there playing with his jersey. So
I don't know.
Just a thought.
That was wild.
3.5 to go here, opening quarter. A 2-point lead for Greenville.
RCS moving into a 2-3 zone.
They go high post for McEnany. Lost the handle. Chasing it down and saving it was Russell, but he stepped on the sideline over there. And now Mason Cartner will get to check into the game, and he'll replace Green.
RCS going with a little bit of a smaller lineup here, trying to keep up with the pace of this game.
Foy will inbound for Tuzin. Now back to Foy. Here's Reveille. Again, McEnany causing disruption with the hands. Reveille finds Tuzin. Tuzin looks to go on the attack. McEnany strips him from behind.
He's everywhere tonight.
Down court, the layup is good.
Got to be strong with the ball.
And that was Ralph with the bucket. It's a 4-point lead for the Spartans. Very aggressive defensive effort here in this first quarter.
Active hands, just nothing safe.
And another steal. Here comes Russell to the bucket. Up and good. And Coach Reveille has seen enough. He's going to take a timeout and talk it over with the Ravens. We have 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. It is Greenville 10 and RCS 4. This is high school basketball on NYBT Media Sports, brought to you by Long Energy of Ravena. Why choose Long Energy? A free tune-up and inspection, price capping programs to protect against price spikes, cellular remote monitoring system included, 24/7, 365 emergency service, automatic delivery for your convenience, credit qualified customers, for credit qualified customers. Switch and become part of the Long Energy family. Call 518-765-2555 for Long Energy of Ravena, where service counts. Also brought to you by The Orchard, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
It was definitely worth the ride to the orchard.
It was worth the trip to the orchard.
Totally worth the trip to the orchard.
It was worth a ride to the orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
Worth the ride to the orchard.
And Long Energy is our broadcast center sponsor. So all of our games in the South region now brought to you from the Long Energy broadcast booth, the Long Energy Broadcast Center.
Glad we're not outside having to test that energy.
We would need Long Energy. They'd have to bring us over some kind of a stove or something. Back underway here after the timeout. Tuzin goes on the left side for Foy. 6-point lead and another steal. And I was thinking maybe we'd see a slam there from McEnany, but McEnany lays it up for the soft layup.
He made sure he had the 2 points. I've seen a lot of dunks not connect this year. You got to put the points on the board.
Here's Reveille. Reveille into the paint. Kicks it out to the baseline. Foy, and stolen away by Ralph.
I mentioned turnovers have been a problem. They're showing up tonight real bad.
Yeah, that's the key to this first quarter right now. A lot of these points, except for the three-pointer from the baseline by Morrison, have come off transition, off of turnover. Speaking of Morrison, couldn't get that one go. Reveille with the rebound, the outlet for Foy, and almost taken away by Ralph. Or actually, that was Morrison. Carpenter finds Burns. Nice execution, breaking the press.
We're going to need to get a few more of them to keep the pressure off.
Yeah, the best way to get a press off is score layups off the back end of it. 6-point ball game. McEnany inside for Ralph.
How's the heck of a look?
It's up and good. It was a heck of a pass. Back to an 8-point lead for the Spartans. Host of substitutes getting ready to come in for Coach Teddy Reveille here. Here's Karkner. Little flex looking offense here. Flex cut. Foy into the lane. Pulls up in the foul line. No good.
Tough shot. Draws the contact. Tries to get a little fadeaway, but a little off the mark.
Here come the Spartans. This is Russell. Now Hughes between the circles. Guarded by Karkner. About an 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, and they throw it away. Joey Ladder's going to check in for the first time here for RCS. Teray Green back on, and also Liam Borsock back on the floor for the Ravens.
Bringing the bigs back in.
That's
trying
right.
to use that advantage.
Shot clock is off. Final shot if they want it for the Ravens. Here's Tuzin, kicks it out to the baseline. Borsock now on the wing is Ladder. 7 left in the quarter. Karkner finds Ladder, and it's blocked out of bounds by Ralph. .8 of a second to go.
He got up and blocked that one. That was a nice block.
Gets it in. Ladder at the buzzer. No good. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter from Ravena-Coeymans-Selkirk High School. At the end of one, it's the Greenville Spartans 14 and the Ravens of RCS 6. This is high school basketball on NYBT Media Sports, brought to you by Rub and Butts Barbecue. One of our sponsors tonight, Rub and Butts Barbecue, local Cobleskill establishment located at 2403 State Route 7, Eastside Village Mall. Now having crispy, crunchy chicken. Contact Dave Ward for any fundraising needs at 518-234-7447 for Rub and Butts Barbecue of Cobleskill. Also by Kelly Farm and Garden. Proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family. Kelly Farm and Garden is our NYBT Media Sports Player of the Game Award sponsor. Keith Harrington, Jim Ladder, Patrick Ward back here at the Long Energy Broadcast Center at RCS High School tonight. And right now, a strong first quarter by the Spartans, Jim.
They came out very fast, converted on turnovers. Hopefully RCS can make some changes here and be a little more secure with the ball.
And the Spartans have gone with that starting 5 all the way so far here, whereas Coach Reveille's trying to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, not much worth changing on that side of the ball. They've been pretty good.
It's not broke, don't fix it, right? It's going to be Karkner, Borsock, Ladder, looks like Green and Tuzin on the floor.
You mentioned they're quite the soccer powerhouse. I don't know how many of these kids are soccer players, but they're running the floor like they all are.
Yeah, right, exactly. Looks like they finally went to the bench here. Dylan DeChance, I think that is, number 5. Again, we've been talking about how difficult on the front, especially, it is to read these numbers. Into the game for the Spartans, and it is DeChance, and he comes in and nails a 3-pointer.
Hot off the bench.
Might be 11, actually. Might be Landon Smigel. Yeah, our team up home, Granville Whitehall with football, had special game uniforms that they had this year where the jersey color as a 3-pointer's up and no good from Karkner, and number color were about the same. You think it's hard in basketball, be on a football field at night up in a press box.
No shot that far away.
So Greenville with the basketball, a 17-6 lead.
They're sitting in this 2-3 here. They're pretty active, but you can tell number 11 just wants to fire away.
Yeah. Smigel goes cross court. McEnany looks to go on the baseline. Nice pass. Ralph up and good. And Coach Reveille is going to take a 30-second timeout. 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. It's Greenville 19, RCS 6. Tonight's game brought to you by Long Energy of Ravena. Why choose Long Energy? A free tune-up and inspection. Price capping programs protect against price spikes. Cellular remote monitoring system included. 24/7, 365 emergency service. Automatic delivery for your convenience for credit-qualified customers. Switch and become part of the Long Energy family. Call 518-765-2555 for Long Energy of Ravena, where service counts. And we're back to the action here after the timeout.
Think hit some traction here. Just trying to change it up, trying to do different things, but nothing's really working at the moment.
Keith Harrington, Jim Latter back here, along with our producer and cameraman Patrick Ward in the Long Energy Broadcast Center at RCS tonight. And it's a 13-point lead for the Spartans of Greenville. Here's Latter, high post for Green. Tuzin looks to go on the attack. Green, high post. Pulls up, jumper, good. Kind of a line drive, but it got the job done.
Ravena does do well when they can get the ball to Teray in the middle. He's really a good facilitator, and every now and then he can also hit that shot or drive it.
19-8 lead for Greenville. They've got the basketball. Here's Rolfe. Now McEnany. McEnany down the lane, kicks it out. Smigel on the way for three, no good. Green the rebound. Here comes Tuzin. They look to go in transition. Tuzin wanted to go to Kartner. It was deflected away by the Greenville defense. Good transition defense by the Spartans.
Got to get that ball up quicker and try to beat him back.
Russell back up off the bench for Smigel. Kartner's going to put it in play underneath. Way out top for Tuzin. Tuzin sets the offense. He goes right side for Latter on the baseline for Green. Tuzin in the lane. He's going to draw the foul.
Best look they've had so far there.
Borsak was working hard down in the low post trying to get the basketball with McEnany providing the defense. Borsak hasn't had many touches so far, or any touches hardly in this game.
And they can't find a way to get it down to him, and balls have been tipped away. They're going to have to fix that, bottom line.
Tuzin gets the first one. Substitution here for Greenville. Sean Kenna comes onto the floor, number 10 for the Spartans. So just when I say they have not gone to their bench, they start going to their bench.
The pace they were playing at, even if you're a triathlete, you need
I know.
a break.
Tuzin gets 1 out of 2. Here come the Spartans with a 10-point lead. And that was Ralph down the lane. Goes out of bounds, last touched by the Ravens. So it's going to be Greenville ball underneath.
Looks like they went back to man here.
Back to man, yeah. Immediately McEnany posts up, looks to go to work on Borsak. Shot up, no good. Scramble for the rebound, bodies flying. And looks like McEnany got the timeout.
He's a hustler, man. Diving on the floor, grabbing loose balls. Playing every possession like it's the last possession.
For sure. Coach Russell's going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to let you know about one of our sponsors, the Orchard, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It was definitely worth the ride to the Orchard.
It was worth the trip to the Orchard.
Totally worth the trip to the Orchard.
It was worth a ride to the Orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the Orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
Worth the ride to the Orchard.
Thank you very much to the Orchard, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come and pick one, whichever one you desire. They've got them. Big game coming up for us on Friday night here on MYBT Media Sports. Girls basketball, Adirondack League, as it's the Golden Horde of Greenville hosting the Hartford Tanagers, separated by a game for the final playoff spot in the Adirondack League tournament at the end of the year.
Hope everybody comes out and supports the girls. That'll be a great game.
Yeah, and you got, big time scorer Mackenzie Johnson of Hartford. If you haven't had a chance to see her yet, you have to see her. And pretty good scorer of her own for Greenville and Paige Taylor. Both seniors.
Like you mentioned off air, Caitlin Clark's really kind of changed the game for the girls.
For sure.
You know,
And Mackenzie Johnson likes the logo 3 at Hartford gym. Has a big, huge H in the middle, and about where the white and yellow lines are here is where Johnson knocks it down from. So
tough to defend that shot.
Yeah, it's tough to defend it for sure. Here's McEnany, baseline, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Teray Green. Here comes Tuzin. Tuzin looks to go to the bucket, up and good. A little bit of a run. Ralph at the other end, and he traveled. You saw big William Borsock there.
He got tripped up and fell down, but he got up, ran back, and made a great play there to stop the transition bucket.
Here's Tuzin. Ladder. Ravens on a little bit of a run. It's a 5-0 run here right now. They go down low to Green. Finds Borsock. Gets tied up by McEnany. Looks like it's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on McEnany.
It was a good look and went off Liam's hands. McEnany's been aggressive all night, but I guess a little too aggressive on that.
Maybe, yeah. Cartner's going to put it in play. Comes in on the baseline. They wanted to go to Borsock inside. Just didn't connect there. Here comes McEnany. Cody Reveley comes to the scorer's table. And here's Tuzin. Tuzin didn't have the numbers, pulls up, now takes the short jumper. And Joseph Tuzin has a nice little run himself going here.
He's deadly inside the arc. He gets that little jumper going. He's pretty tough to guard.
It is a 7-0 run for RCS. They've turned a 19-6 deficit into a 19-13 deficit. Here's McEnany trying to stop the bleeding up over the top of Borsock and good with the runner. They needed that bucket.
They did. It was a good little run there, and Ravena's going to need a few more to even get back in this game.
On the baseline, Ladder, nice entry pass inside. Green couldn't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Ralph for the Spartans.
I think that's the first time Greenville hasn't pushed it. They took a dribble.
McEnany. Here's Hughes. They'll set the offense. Hughes looks to get to the bucket. Kicks it out. McEnany passes it back inside. Shot up and no good from Kenna. But he's fouled. He's going to go to the line. So Kenna's going to go to the line, shoot a pair here. Spartans trying to answer that 7-0 spur with a run of their own. First one's good from Kenna. Foy will check back in, Reveley will check back in, and Burns will check back in for RCS with 3:24 to go before the half.
Good job by the subs there. Like you said, got a good run, get a quick break, and see what the fresh legs can do.
Smigel getting ready to check back in for the Spartans. All he did is come in and hit a 3 his first attempt. Both shots good from Kenna. Smigel will come back in, replacing Kenna. That's back to a double-digit lead now, 23-13.
Free throws are so important in this game.
Here is Tuzin. Down the lane, kicks it out baseline. Jumper on the way for 3. No good from Burns. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on the pass as Reveley was trying to get it inside.
It's a good shot for Burns. He may not look like your typical three-point shooter, but he's been very accurate when he shoots this year. Just doesn't have a lot of attempts.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go before halftime. Comes in for Green. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Reveille has it. Reveille goes up, gets the roll, the foul, count it. Big bucket for RCS.
Tried to draw the offensive, but was unsuccessful.
So Reveille, tight end on the gridiron during the fall. And he looks like a tight end.
Yeah, it was good to see him come back to football. He had taken a couple of years off, and I think he had a real successful season. The team enjoyed having him back.
And he gets the three-point play. It's back to 7 at 23-16 with exactly 3 minutes to play here in the half. Ravens looking to get a stop and get a little bit closer. Russell looked like he might have carried it. Here's Hughes, back for Russell. Sets the offense. They run a little isolation over there for Russell. Kicks it out. Hughes on the way, 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Burns. Burns with the outlet for Foy. Green broke it up. Loose ball. And Greenville comes away with it. How many times in transition has their length been a factor?
It's been amazing. They've really gotten back, and they're getting fingers or hands on every pass.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the half. 7-point lead for Greenville. They've led by as much as 13 here. Here's Russell. Guarded by Green. Gets a screen. Kicks it out. Baseline. They go inside. Russell blocked by Green. A whistle and a foul.
I don't think the foul was on Green. We'll have to see. I think it was on
down low, yeah.
I think it was on Burns. It was,
yeah. So going to the line is going to be Lucas Russell for the Spartans. Shot is too strong. I've actually been to the Greenville gym once. It maybe is a different gym now. This was 30 plus years ago.
I'm sure if they've added on over there. We're close in proximity, but we rarely play each other.
Yep. A friend of mine was coaching girls at Duanesburg, and he asked me to go to the game, and that's the game I went to. Jumper from the baseline is short from Reveille. Here's Hughes. Up top.
Another hustle play to stop a transition bucket.
Hughes gets a high screen. Guarded by Green. Now McEnany, a little give and go. Up and good. Screen and roll, give and go. Those two of the oldest plays in basketball.
Tale as old as time. Well executed there.
It's still effective, right?
Very hard to guard if you're not ready for it.
Coming up on a minute to go in the half. Back to a 9-point lead. Here's a turnover. And nice job going to the bucket, evading the defender there by Ralph.
Now Greenville.
Timeout called by the Spartans. They're back up by double digits at 27-16. Minute 4 to go here before the break. And tonight's game brought to you by Rub and Butts Barbecue. One of our sponsors, Rub and Butts Barbecue, local Cobleskill establishment, 2403 State Route 7, Eastside Village Mall. Now has crispy, crunchy chicken. We were talking about that last game, Jim.
It still sounds good.
Contact Dave Ward for any fundraising needs at 518-234-7447. Rub and Butts Barbecue of Cobleskill. Also, Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports and their community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of the family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden is our sponsor of our Kelly Farm and Garden MYVT Media player of the game. And we'll be announcing that at the end of the game tonight. Greenville led by 13 at 19-6. A 7-0 run for the Ravens. Brought them within 19-13, but now a little bit of a run here for Greenville.
Basketball's a game of runs, right?
Yep.
Never know if time's going to run out before you get your chance.
I used to coach with a coach by the name of Bob Sherlock. He coached at Green Mountain College in Castleton, college at the end, Castleton State, now university. And he used to say the same exact thing. Basketball is a game of runs. Tuzin for three, way off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Russell. But he used to say, whoever has the last run or the most runs wins the game.
Truer words were never spoken.
Here's Russell. Gets it on the left side. Hughes, baseline jumper, no good. Here come the Ravens with 35 seconds left in the half. Foy tried to throw the bounce pass. Looked like a kick. Now a double dribble.
I thought they were arguing about the kick, but
Yeah, I thought he was going to all of a sudden call the kick late.
kick's a tough rule.
Yep.
If it hits your foot and it's not moving, it's not a. I don't believe it is a violation. It's only if you kick.
And being a big Knicks fan that I am, they always talk about Mike Breen, and the Knicks announcer always says, you get awarded for kicking the ball.
It's
You make it.
Knicks are struggling, huh?
Yeah, it's been tough lately. I've been losing sleep.
Yeah. I hope they can turn it around.
They've got the Brooklyn Nets tonight. If they don't win that one, there's going to be at home, no less, in the Garden. If they don't win that, there's going to be a problem. Final 18 seconds of the half. 11-point advantage for Greenville. Drive to the bucket. Shot up no good from Ruff, but a whistle and a foul. That's going to get Joey Ladder up off the bench.
Trying to prevent some foul trouble here, I assume.
Shot is good. Ladder's going to check in for Joseph Tuzin. Can match their biggest lead with this one right here.
They're playing good ball.
And they do. Ties their biggest lead at 13. 29-16 should be the final possession. Shot clock is off. Here's JT Foy. Finds Rebely. Three. No good. Foy, the follow, no good. Borsak battles for the board. Couldn't get it. Greenville comes away with it. And that is going to bring us to halftime. And it was a strong first half for the Spartans of Greenville as they get a 13-point lead. They see a 7-0 run for RCS, get them back in it, and then they build up a 13-point lead again here at the break. What do you expect to see, Jim, from RCS here in the second half adjustment-wise?
Definitely need to make some adjustments, take care of the ball, and try to find something going on offense that isn't named Joe Tuzin.
Right.
He's really been carrying the load, but with the pace they're running at, he can't do it all. So I assume they're going to get back to what's been successful this year, working the ball down to Liam Borsak and Teray Green, and then kicking it out and finding open shots. But obviously Greenville's going to make some adjustments too.
That's right.
They haven't really allowed that, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So we are at halftime here at Ravena-Coeymans-Selkirk High School. Our score, Greenville 29, RCS 16. We'll step away. We'll be back for the second half in just a bit. This is high school basketball on MYVT Media Sports. And welcome back to Ravena-Coeymans-Selkirk High School. Keith Harrington, Jim Latter. Our producer and cameraman is Patrick Ward, and it's been an interesting first half of basketball here, RCS and Greenville. Greenville led by 13. RCS went on a 7-0 run. Greenville answered, Jim, and now it's back to 13 to start the third quarter.
It'll be interesting to see if both teams try to keep that pace for the second half, or if one team says, we're going to slow it down. I'm interested to see what different changes they make coming out of halftime.
So it looks like starting five is going to be on the floor for both teams. It is Borsak, Tuzin, Burns, Reveille, and Green for RCS. And it's looking like it's McEnany along with Hughes, Russell, Morrison, and I'm missing one somewhere. I think it might be
21, 23?
23, Ralph, yep. And right inside, nice little back screen, back cut, and Teray Green with a quick bucket.
That's where they need to live, down there. High percentage shots.
29-18, now they can't match baskets. They need defensive stops, which the Spartans all night have been getting defensive stops.
Greenville's patient. They wait for a high percentage shot. They take it.
Nice backdoor cut there. Morrison couldn't get that one to go. Chance to make up some ground. Burns off the glass, good. Back to 9.
Beat him down the court.
Now a turnover. McEnany couldn't handle it. Here's Tuzin. Reveille, good.
High percentage shots. Transition points off good defense.
Back to 7. 6-0 run to start the third for the Ravens. Here's Ralph, thought about it. McEnany on the baseline. Goes inside for Russell. McEnany wanted to go to Ralph. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans.
Stop.
Stops and buckets. Stops and buckets. That's what you need if you're the Ravens.
This will be the first half-court set, really, since of the half.
Here's Green. Inside, Reveille kicks it out. Burns, corner 3, short. Rebound pulled down by Ralph. That would have been a big one.
Yeah. I jinxed him when I said that he was shooting well from out there.
Here's McEnany, drop step, up and good.
Pretty move.
And he hasn't really shown a lot of flashes of offense, but I think you could use him more by the looks of that move.
He's got the post moves.
31-22, Reveille down the lane, little short jumper.
Uncontested there, dribbled right in, made a nice shot.
7-point ball game. McEnany. They run a little ISO for him, it looks like. Kicks it up for Ralph. Now Russell. Plenty of time, 15 to shoot. McEnany. Up, no good. Teray Green with the rebound.
Liam got a piece of that. Borsak.
Be interesting to see if they try to get Borsak more involved here at the offensive end. He had a big game, that Cobleskill-Richmondville game we saw over at HVCC. It's been a silent night for him here tonight.
Yeah, that doesn't normally spell good news for the Ravens. He's definitely a big part of their offense.
There it is right there, right on cue. Couldn't get the shot to go. And the rebound pulled down by Russell, but we were just talking about it, and there it was. Got to get him involved here in the second half. Up top, McEnany, 3, no good. Long rebound, Tuzin. Tuzin had it stripped, and a whistle and a foul.
A little bit of a delayed call there, but he definitely got a piece of the arm as he was driving across half court.
JT Foy is going to check in.
Quick sub for Borsak, so guess that's not part of the plan.
Coming in, I believe for the first time, is Gage Nicholson, number 25.
I think you're right.
For the Spartans. 31-24, 7-point game approaching midway point of the half. Foy tried to go inside. It was stolen away. Here's McEnany in the lane, blocked by Foy. Here comes Green the other way, coast to coast. Found it! And the foul, he's going to go to the line.
It's a big play. Raced down the court. Didn't have any options to pass. Made a nice, strong finish.
Down to 5. Closest the Ravens have been in a long time here.
I think they were looking down, trying to exploit a height mismatch, but they ended up turning the ball over on the prior possession.
So Teray Green will try to complete the three-point play. No good, but the rebound by Burns, good! And that's a big rebound and putback by Burns. It's a three-point ball game.
Here we go. Looks like we're gonna have a game.
Here's Russell. 2-3 zone here. Jumper on the way. No good, but the steal. Nice pass. Russell. And no foul. It's going to be Ravens ball.
He went airborne. Typically, once you do that and land on somebody, you get a quick whistle, but I guess he completed the hurdle.
Yeah. Might have a track and field career. Coach Russell right now for Greenville is looking for an explanation, going, what do you have to do? He jumped on our guy's neck. I don't know what more you can have for a foul than that.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree with him being upset.
Here's Green. Foy kicks it out baseline for Burns. Chance to tie with a 3 here. Foy, no good. Kept alive by Green. Green to the bucket, up and good.
That was a good box by 12. He's just too tall. He didn't interfere with him. He didn't go over the back. He's just taller.
Looks a little bit like the JV game earlier. The JV game, Greenville had a double-digit lead. RCS came fighting back. Down the lane, McEnany. Couldn't get it to go, but whistled a foul.
He's got real quick feet for a big guy. It's hard to put your center on him. He's more athletic than a lot of big guys on the floor.
Foul is on Foy. McEnany, too strong. Ladder is back in, Reveille back in, replacing Tuzin and Green for the Ravens. Didn't get either of them, yeah. Wilson and foul. Russell showing off some of the soccer skills. Tried to bicycle kick it there. Checking back in for the Spartans is Landon Smigel. 1-point ball game, I should say, after that Green layup. They get it in, McEnany. They double down on him, taken away by Foy. Held ball. And possession arrow is going to favor Greenville. Tough break there.
It is. They gave McEnany a little bit of his own medicine. They were taking the ball from him. He did that about 3 times in the first half.
So it's going to be Spartans ball underneath their own basket. Borsak getting ready to check back in for RCS. Close to a 5 count. Comes in out front. Here's McEnany. Looks to get to the bucket. Pretty good help there by Burns, but they're going to pick up a foul. And it's going to be on Foy. Borsak coming back on the floor. He replaced Austin Burns.
Things get a little physical out there.
Yep. Smigel's going to put it in play. To get it done on the baseline for McEnany. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Nice back cut by Russell. Shot won't go. Rebound by Mason Gardner. And a reach-in foul called on Smigel.
Some of those reach-ins were not called in the first half. Looks like it's a little tighter here in the second half.
Greenville is going to take a full timeout. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Greenville 31, RCS 30. This is high school basketball on NYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Orchard.
It was definitely worth the ride to the orchard.
It was worth the trip to the orchard.
Totally worth the trip to the orchard.
It was worth a ride to the orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
It's worth the ride to the orchard.
Thank you very much to Orchard, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Go to Orchard and pick one. Also by Rub and Butts Barbecue. Rub and Butts Barbecue, local Cobleskill establishment, located at 2403 State Route 7, Eastside Village Mall in Cobleskill, that now has crispy, crunchy chicken. Contact Dave Ward for any fundraising needs at 518-234-7447.
Thinking as we came in and out of the break there that we might need to enlist one of the orchestras or bands to get a little jingle for you in and out of those breaks, like the NBA on
That's right.
or something.
I'll tell you,
Every good broadcast has a nice anthem.
we're going down to Cobleskill in a couple weeks. You might have to go get some crispy, crunchy chicken.
Every time it's mentioned, it sounds better and better. I know I'm going to grab some if I'm in Cobleskill.
31-30, Greenville. Ravens with the basketball, just under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Karkner. Borsock inside. Reveille couldn't get it to go. Big opportunity there to take the lead for RCS.
They've been down all game and had an opportunity. See if they can get another stop here defensively.
Morrison up top. McEnany. Now Ralph. He's going to let it go. Three. Good. Much needed three there by Jacob Ralph.
You can already see some of the changes they've made. They're not just throwing the ball in from out of bounds. They're waiting, making sure that it's clear.
4-point ball game. Karkner in the lane. Lost the handle. Had it stripped. Coach Reveille thinking there was a lot of contact there. Down the lane. Shot up. No good. Down court for Karkner, but McEnany was back there. Here's McEnany. Nice back cut. Couldn't get the shot to go.
Good look. I think he lost his footing before he released the ball there.
That was Morrison. Here's Reveille. And blocked by Russell. Starting to look vaguely familiar, like the first quarter now a little bit.
Running guns, not high-quality shots.
This seems to be a game Greenville likes, though, a little bit better than RCS does.
Absolutely.
Whistling a foul. As attacking the baseline was Morrison. Green and Tuzin getting ready to come back in for RCS. First shot spins around and out for Samuel Morrison. Karkner will come out. Reveille will come out.
Trey and Tuzin pretty much have been the offense, so you can't keep them out very long.
One out of two for Morrison. Coming back in will be Sean Kenna for the Spartans, giving a breather to Morrison. 5-point game, little 4-0 spurt here for Greenville. They had a 31-30 lead, now 35-30, and a turnover. 2-on-1. Kenna wanted to go back to Ralph. Intercepted
play there.
Green getting back. And another turnover. Here's Roth ahead of the field. Laid up and good. Thought Green might get back and get a piece of that.
He's incredibly long and he's incredibly fast. You never count him out.
30-second timeout's going to be called here by RCS as it's a 6-0 run for Greenville with 47.8 seconds to go here in the third. And tonight's game here on NYVT Media Sports brought to you by Kelly Farm and Garden. Proud to support youth sports in their community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden is our Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game sponsor. We'll be announcing that when we get to the end, and I'd say that's still up for grabs at this point.
I agree with you. I was thinking about the spring flowers up in Kelly Farm and Garden. I'm ready for that spring weather.
I'm sure everybody is. And we will be, if we're not, we will be after this weekend.
Yeah.
Cold temperatures, snow coming in Sunday, it looks like, into Monday maybe.
Thank goodness for basketball to get you
That's
through.
right. That's right. No doubt about it. After the timeout, it comes in for Green from Joey Ladder. Green wanted to go to Borsock. It's Ladder, Borsock, Green, Foy, and Reveille on the floor for RCS with 42.9 to go in the third. Ravens lead by 7. Greenville on a 6-0 run. Here's Green. Green goes to work. Baseline jumper, short. Rebound pulled down by Ruff. Shot clock, game clock, almost right on each other here. Spartans can get the last shot if they want. They don't want. They're going to get it back. Doesn't matter whether they want it or not.
Great big offensive rebound there.
Sean Kenna had other plans there for Greenville, whether Coach Russell wanted the last shot or not. Whistle and a foul, and Spartans are going to get free throws here from Hughes.
It's because they're in the bonus.
Yep.
I didn't think it was in the motion of shooting there.
Hughes with the first one. Extends this run to 7-0 for the Spartans.
Yeah, they got to get a good look next time they come down. They've been settling for shots that are not going to fall.
Second one in and out. Rebound pulled down by Borsock. Here comes Ladder. 6 seconds. Finds Borsock. Going to let it go for 3. No good. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter at Ravena-Coeymans-Selkirk High School. Our score at the end of 3, it is Greenville 38, RCS 30. This is high school basketball on NYVT Media Sports. Brought to you from the Long Energy Broadcast Center by Long Energy of Ravena. Welcome aboard to Long Energy. Why choose Long Energy? A free tune-up and inspection. Price capping programs to protect against price spikes. Cellular remote monitoring system included. 24/7, 365 emergency service. Automatic delivery for your convenience for credit-qualified customers. Switch and become part of the Long Energy family. Call 518-765-2555 for Long Energy of Ravena, where service counts. Also brought to you by the Orchard Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It was definitely worth the ride to the orchard.
It was worth the trip to the orchard.
Totally worth the trip to the orchard.
It was worth a ride to the orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
Worth the ride to the orchard.
Orchard Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go there and pick one. Come pick one. Glad to have them on board with us this season. It's going to be Ladder, Foy, Reveille, Green, and Borsock for RCS, who has the basketball. McEnany on the floor with Ruff and Russell. Hughes, the starting 5 out there. Morrison for the Spartans. They have an 8-point lead. Nice pass inside. Borsock. That's what they need to do, get the big guy involved here in the fourth quarter.
They could use a nice big fourth quarter out of Liam Borsock.
Baseline jumper for 3, no good. That was from Morrison. Here come the Ravens. Borsock, strong, won't get the go, just unlucky there.
Okay, it's the right shot.
Yep, for sure.
Half the battle is the shot selection.
6-point lead for the Spartans, 38-32. Burns and Tuzin come to the scorers table for the Ravens. Jumper on the way, not going to get the bounce, and it's no good. Hughes saying he got hit on the wrist. Probably a lot of guys could say that tonight, right?
Anytime you miss it, you're going to find something for sure.
Borsak's going to sit down, as does Ladder. Tuzin's going to bring it up. Him and Burns check back in. 6-point game. Minute in, fourth quarter. Spartans with the lead. They've led it most of the way. And here's a turnover. And Ralph is going to be fouled. Not going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be out of bounds. First team foul of the fourth quarter for either side. They're going to call that a shooting foul?
It was a tough call. Kind of out of control. Looked like both players had it, to be honest.
Yeah. Very surprised that's a shooting foul. It's not going to be. Better judgment prevailed.
Yes.
Or maybe they just all lined up on the line. The referees hadn't made that clear yet. Comes in here for Morrison, being hounded by Green. Foy got the hands in there. It's a 3-on-2. Green couldn't get it to go. Tipped up. No good. And run down by Greenville. That was Morrison. Stoppage of play here. Official's going to come over and have a conversation with Coach Reveley.
Tough transition miss there. Those are the buckets you got to have. You make a great trap here, turn the ball over. Can't come away with points.
And so it's going to be a bench warning, I'm hearing from the official, telling the scorekeeper to put that in the book. 6:36 to go. 6-point lead for Greenville. Throwing it in is Hughes. Here is Ralph on the right side for Hughes. Screen and roll with Russell. Nice defense by Reveley. Russell's shot won't go. Pulled down by Green. They almost lose it on the outlet. Here's Foy. Foy finds Tuzin. No good. Foy's got it back up, count it, and the foul. JT Foy's going to go to the line looking for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Another missed transition bucket, but luckily the Cavalry was there to bail him out.
So here's Foy looking to make it a 3-point game, be a one-possession game, obviously. And rims out on Foy. Rebound pulled down by Ralph. Here come the Spartans, a 4-point lead, 6 minutes to play. Russell gets on the baseline, Morrison. Backdoor cut with the pass off the mark. Burns came away with it. And Tuzin trying to go to JT Foy. The bounce pass goes out of bounds. And I think Coach Reveley thinks it was touched by Greenville.
Burns was almost surprised by that pass. I don't think he was the most wide open person they were throwing it to. Unfortunately, another turnover down on the pass break.
Landon Smigel checks back in for the Spartans. Every possession important at this point in a 4-point game.
Can't give any away.
Here's Ralph up top. Gets a screen from McEnany. Finds Russell. Thought about the three. Up top, Hughes kicks it out. Jumper on the way for three, no good. Blocked by Green. But they did get the rebound originally, which gave a new shot clock. Down the lane, McEnany and a whistle and a foul.
They were patient. They gave up 2 other opportunities. Finally got a good look for 3. It missed, but had a weak side rebounder. Ended up drawing a foul.
Looks like it is not going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be called on the floor. So it'll be put in play here by Hughes. Gets it in for Ralph. Up top for Russell. Off into the lane, and he was fouled. And I don't think there's much disputing that one.
Clearly a physical foul. I think he rushed that one. They probably could have just let it be.
Yep. So the foul is going to be on Green. Ralph is going to go to the line. 3 team fouls for the Ravens, 1 for the Spartans. First one rims out, spins around, does the merry-go-round on Ralph.
I mentioned every possession is important. These free throws become lifesavers or death knells this time of the game.
Shot is also no good. Rebound by Reveille. Down court for Tuzin. And he's fouled. One thing you don't want to do with the lead if you're Greenville, and you don't want to do it really either side, but when you're ahead, you don't want to give the team points. It's not going to be a shooting foul, but points when the clock's not running. So it's to the advantage of the team behind.
We'll take every one they can get.
They want to go inside for Reveille and a travel on Burns. Looks like we're going to have a timeout called here by RCS. 4:51 to go. This is high school basketball on NYBT Media Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Rub and Butts Barbecue. Rub and Butts Barbecue, local Cobleskill establishment located at 2403 State Route 7 East Side Village Mall that now has crispy crunchy chicken. Contact Dave Ward for any fundraising needs at 518-234-7447 for Rub and Butts Barbecue. Also by Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in their community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden, sponsors of our Kelly Farm and Garden Player of the Game.
We'll have to see where this is, but I think the referees awarded him a timeout before the travel was called.
Maybe. That'll be interesting.
It's going to be RCS ball on the sideline.
That's going to be interesting for sure.
Greenville didn't agree, but I'm pretty sure that's what the call was.
Huh. Well, that could be big. Down 4:51 to go. They get a bucket here. It's one of those games where every possession you get, if you get an extra possession, it's big.
A little hot under the collar here.
Yeah, right. That's all right. Well, hot under the collar. We'll be walking outside. It won't be hot.
Instant flat freeze.
As soon as you start walking toward the door, you're going to start to notice it. So it is going to be RCS ball. Looks like they're adjusting the shot clock to 30.
And it is going to be RCS ball.
Foy, Tuzin, Green, Reveille, Burns on the floor for the Ravens. They've got the basketball down 4. Here's JT Foy, gets this high screen from Green, pulls up, no good. Burns had the rebound, had it knocked away. It's going to be RCS ball. Reveille's going to put it in play. Comes in for Foy. Back for Reveille. They wanted to go to Burns. McEnany was there. Still plenty of time. Reveille, no good. And the rebound falls right in the hands of Russell.
Got to be super strong in the rebounds here. They're playing real physical.
Here's Roth. Gets it on the baseline for Morrison. Now McEnany looks to go to work in the lane. Backs down Foy. Kicks it out. Russell. Corner 3. Good. Big 3 there from Lucas Russell, and it's a 7-point ball game. Inside, Burns up and good. The whistle and the foul on McEnany.
Saw 3 the new way. Let's see if we can see a 3
That's right.
old-fashioned way.
That's right. Burns converts this free throw. We're right back where we started before the Greenville 3. You got the feeling on this one. We talked about it being a game of runs. The next run's going to win it one way or the other. Who's it going to be is the question. Burns can't get the free throw. The rebound, McEnany. 5-point lead for the Spartans. 3:50 to go in this one here in Ravena. Down the lane, kicking it out. Jumper on the way. 3, no good. Back out. 3, no good from Morrison. And a loose ball foul on the rebound. And it's going to be on the Spartans on Rolfe. And that's going to be the 4th team foul on the Spartans, so the Ravens will be in the bonus next time.
A lot of jockeying and fighting for position on these offensive rebounds, and we're getting later in the game. They're getting stronger and stronger.
High post Burns, baseline Green. Thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, pulls up, short jumper, no good. And grabbing the rebound is Hughes. Here come the Spartans with a 5-point lead. Approaching 3 minutes to go in this one. Here's Russell, guarded by Reveley. Russell on the baseline, up top, McEnany. Finds Morrison. Now Ralph. Shot clock down to 10. Ravens needing a stop here. Shot clock at 7. Hughes into the lane, kicks it out. 3 on the way, good from Ralph, and that's a big one.
Use that screen, got an open look, and buried it.
And used every second of that shot clock. Maybe even more important. 2:45 to go, there's a timeout on the floor. Greenville 44, RCS 36. This is high school basketball on NYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Long Energy of Ravena as we come to you tonight from the Long Energy Broadcast Center. Why choose Long Energy? A free tune-up and inspection, price capping programs to protect against price spikes, cellular remote monitoring system included, 24/7, 365 emergency service, automatic delivery for your convenience for credit-qualified customers. Switch and become part of the Long Energy family. Call 518-765-2555 for Long Energy of Ravena, where service counts. Also by the Orchard, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
It was definitely worth the ride to the Orchard.
Was it worth the trip to the Orchard?
Totally worth the trip to the Orchard.
It was worth a ride to the Orchard.
It was well worth the trip to the Orchard.
Great service. Couldn't ask for a better place.
Worth the ride to the Orchard.
That was a big 3 by Ralph there. It was huge. We come back here from the timeout. I said, whoever has the next run is going to win this game. It might be just that big 3. It might not even need to be a run. That's going to, I think, end up being huge. He used a lot of shot clock, brought it down last second, hit the 3.
It was a big play. No doubt about that.
Ravens with the basketball. Here's Tuzin. Tuzin to Foy. Back for Tuzin. Reveley. They run a baseline screen for JT Foy. It's Reveley. Dribbles to the baseline. Short jumper. Loose ball. Reveley gets it back. Foy, 3, no good. And the rebound by Hughes. Needed a bucket really badly there.
Tough to come up empty on that. Had a couple opportunities. Got a good look. Just didn't go down.
Question here is, can Greenville get the dagger on this possession as we come down toward 2 minutes to play? Inside, McEnany. Up, no good. Rebound to Ray Green. Green down court. Tuzin. Tuzin to the bucket. It's blocked out of bounds by Morrison. Greenville looking to extend their winning streak to 6 here tonight, stepping up in class sectional-wise, and they're on the verge here. Here's Burns. Reveley wanted to go inside, stolen by Hughes.
At the pressure here.
McEnany finds a man open, down court. Green with the block on Morrison with authority.
couple rows deep in the bleachers.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to have a timeout called by RCS here. So we'll keep it right here this time. We've got all our sponsors well taken care of. And Jim,
use more, right?
Yeah, right. Always could use more. I know Jim's been working for us down here in the South, and glad to have Long Energy on as our Long Energy Broadcast Center sponsor. I was in on that meeting, and a great meeting it was, and we're very excited to have them on board. But hey, the more sponsors we have, the more of this stuff we can do.
It's great. The kids enjoy it. Makes them feel big time, and I appreciate you coming down, especially on a cold, snowy night, and adding a little more juice to this game.
Whiteout conditions on the first part of the trip up in the northern part of the trip up Glens Falls, that area. It just came up out of nowhere, too. I stopped to get gas in South Glens Falls. All of a sudden, I think that looks like flurries starting to spit. By the time I got to Saratoga, it was an all-out blizzard.
What do they call it, a squall?
Yeah, squall, yeah. Lake effect snow, but we're not in the Buffalo lake effect.
River effect?
Yeah, river effect. Maybe. After the timeout here, 1:37 to go. 8-point lead for the Spartans. And they've got the basketball. Yeah, they've got
turnovers, and they need scores.
In a hurry. Jumper, baseline, good for three.
That's a dagger.
Yeah, Morrison. And that might have been the dagger, as you say. Here's Reveley down the lane. Whistling a foul. Yep.
Bonus?
Yep. Yeah, it's putting them over the limit either way. So whether it was called a shooting foul or not, it's going to be 2 shots.
I was just explaining that to number 23, but
Yep.
a big smile on his face. Oh, 5, you're right.
Yeah. There we go. Coach Russell saying, don't foul, we can't stop the clock. We were already talking about that earlier. And Reveley too strong on the first free throw. They got to have those.
Got to take advantage of your opportunities.
11-point game, minute 25 to go here in RCS. Reveley missed them both to Ray Green on the offensive glass. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Hughes. It's not yet the bonus. That's going to be the 4th. It's on Tuzin. So here's the extended defense by RCS. Comes in for McEnany. Cross-court pass. They've got Ralph down court. Yep, textbook. And looked like he might have traveled with that little fake there.
I didn't see any dribble there. Yeah, a little hezzy.
As I always say, got a lot of mileage out of that. Joey Ladder's going to check back in. That's going to be it for Burns, it looks like. So, fouling out of the game, Austin Burns. So, Joey Ladder checks in. And Ralph at the line. And he gets the first one. Minute 10 to go, 12-point game. You were talking about baseball season. We can only dream at this point. It is getting closer, though.
Every day, that's what I'm thinking about. Helps me get through this winter.
Pretty soon, pitchers and catchers will report, right?
Absolutely. That's always one of my favorite milestones of the year.
49-36, back to that 13-point lead, tying the biggest lead of the game that Greenville has had a couple of times. Foy gets the layup to go. Now they need to press. They need turnovers. And he stepped in bounds, I believe. He did. So, well, the Ravens would have been better at that long pass because they would have had Mason Cartner in there throwing it. They're a football program. It must be a soccer program not used to throwing that long football pass. Let's see if the Ravens can take advantage. Here's Ladder. Green's going to let it go. 3, no good. Foy's got it. The putback, good. 43 seconds to play. 9-point game. It comes in. McEnany. Cross-court pass for Russell. And they foul Russell. JT Foy is going to pick up the foul. And Russell's going to go to the line. Well, we look forward to seeing your story about this game.
I appreciate that. It's been a fun thing that I picked up this year, and it's definitely basketball's a lot of games, 18, 20 games.
It is.
And, 3 games a week this week. So it's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's good for the kids.
Russell, short on the first one. Yeah. With my wife gone away to China right now, sometimes now that I'm retired, my stories don't get up quite as early in the morning. But whenever the dog says it's time to get up, that's when I get up, get the coffee going, and get writing.
It's a good day when you don't have to wake up to an alarm.
Yeah. The dog is my alarm clock.
Sounds like a pretty good life right
Yeah.
there.
When she's ready to get up and write, I'm ready to get up and write when she tells me. Ladder with the rebound. 25 seconds to play. Down court. Tipped away. They're going to say last touch by McEnany. That's going to take a comeback of massive proportions here. Foy, no good. That's going to do it. Just running out the clock here is going to be Morrison. Oh boy. Checking in there for the Ravens was Francis Matarana.
I don't think Coach wanted him to take that particular shot.
No. And that's going to do it. 49-40. Greenville led it by as much as 13 on 3 different occasions. The Ravens got as close as 1 at 31-30, but Greenville wins their 6th in a row, taking down RCS here tonight. And it's that time, Jim, where we have to pick our player of the game for our player of the game sponsor, Kelly Farm and Garden. Any ideas?
Well, it's got to be. It was a real team effort from Greenville.
Yeah, it was.
They obviously, I guess McEnany comes to mind. And
Yep.
Of course, a lot of turnovers. Had some points down low, but I think it's got to go to the 3 ball.
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah.
By Ralph. I think he had a couple of them down the stretch that really sealed the deal.
So our player of the game tonight is going to be Jacob Ralph of Greenville. We have the Dagger 3, the Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game from Greenville is Jacob Ralph and Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like a part of our family tree. And a reminder, tonight's game from the Long Energy Broadcast Center has been brought to you by Long Energy of Ravena, Orchard, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Come and pick one over in Hudson. Rub and Butts Barbecue on Route 7 at the Eastside Village Mall in Cobleskill. And, as I said, Kelly Farm and Garden, our sponsor of the Kelly Farm and Garden player of the game tonight, Jacob Ralph of Greenville. That's going to wrap it up. Great job, Jim, once again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
And we'll be back with more action locally here for high school sports on Friday night. We've got a big girls basketball matchup in the Adirondack League as the Hartford Tanagers travel to take on the Granville Golden Horde. For our producer and cameraman, Patrick Ward, for Jim Latter, I'm Keith Harrington saying so long from RCS. This has been a production of MYVT Media Sports.